So Sam, Maleficent is your first big studio film. What did you like best about the experience? Can you tell us about it?
Um, there were lots of things that I really enjoyed about it. I mean, it was completely different from, the low budget indie stuff that I also enjoy doing. I mean, the sets were incredible. One imagines that there's a lot of green screen, and that's true to some extent, but they also built really incredible sets in London. I mean, that's an incredible feeling, walking onto a whole lot transformed into a fairyland.
So these
And meeting Angelina, of course, in full costume, doesn't happen every day.
So what was it like to work with Angelina Jolie?
It was great. I mean, all actors always say the same things about each other because you can't really be honest. But she's really fantastic. I mean, and a great role model for young actors, I think, as well, because the way she behaves carries herself on set with every department that one comes into contact with during a working day. They all loved her because she treats everybody, fantastically well, and she's incredibly professional.
So you talked about the physical sets that were built. Did you have a favorite one, and how did that make your role easier working with the actual physical practical sets?
Favorite ones. There's a couple of favorite ones. I like the one with her throne built into the tree. That was really beautiful. And they had a really cool one that was actually outside. You go past a car park, which looks incredibly dull and modern, and suddenly there's a sort of fairy park behind it with waterfalls, and really they're incredible, the people that design these things. And it helps because you're really there. You can touch these things, you can see what it's going to look like.
Let's talk a little bit about your character, Diaval. You play a shape-shifting raven. How do you prepare for such a role?
Yeah, that was difficult. Because I like to do homework and things before doing projects, but I wasn't really sure. I mean, I watched the original again, and but when I was in London, Robert Stromberg, the director, he helped arrange me to have some sessions with a real raven where we could be in the same room as each other, and I could watch him do his thing. And so I could sort of understand what a raven's like, because, I mean, people often call them crows or something, but they're very different. And maybe I could incorporate certain elements of their mannerisms with my character. So I did that sort of stuff.
Was there a most challenging aspect of playing Diaval for you?
Concentration is difficult on. There's so much. You wear so much makeup that you're there 4.5 hours before you actually start working. So it's to keep your concentration and focus ready, because then occasionally you'll get 10 minutes where you really have to act or something, and then 2 hours of not, to sort of keep yourself in the right frame of mind. And always in between takes, there are people sort of fiddling with you, so to speak, which is also distracting.
Absolutely. Working with Robert Stromberg as a director, how would you describe him in just a few words?
Well, he's an artist, is one of his many qualities. When I first arrived for the casting, he showed me this room where he'd drawn all these incredible, beautiful drawings of the world and of what my characters would look like when they take other forms and things. And they're incredible. I mean, he's incredibly talented in that department, but also, to do your first film where you're directing a star like Angelina and many of the other British, theatre royalty that are also in the film, he certainly didn't seem like he was doing it for the first time.
Wonderful. Did you have a favorite scene as Diaval, or a favorite scene in the movie in general?
I don't know. I had a lot of fun doing a lot of the scenes. I think the worst one was when I had to be more or less naked and it was very cold outside and raining. It was a British summer, which was kind of surreal, doing that in front of Angelina quite early on in the shoot. But I had a really great time. It was a lot of fun.
What can audience expect to take away when they see Maleficent?
Well, I think it has good, strong message about what maybe love is these days, and also that things can be misinterpreted and people can be misconstrued, and that what one is taught is evil might not necessarily be as black and white as that.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure.